The Queen of Sheba, a figure of legendary wealth and wisdom, is celebrated in biblical accounts, Islamic traditions, and Ethiopian national epics. Yet, the profound African roots of her story, particularly her connection to Ethiopia and the enduring dynasty she founded, have often been minimized or omitted from mainstream Western narratives, obscuring a critical piece of global and Christian history. The biblical account in 1 Kings 10 and 2 Chronicles 9 describes her journey from a distant land to Jerusalem to test King Solomon with hard questions. She arrived with an immense retinue, bearing vast quantities of gold, precious stones, and spices, demonstrating the extraordinary wealth of her kingdom, generally believed to be Sheba in ancient Yemen or Ethiopia. This monumental encounter was far more than a diplomatic visit. It was a meeting that would forge a destiny. Have you ever been told a story so many times you stopped questioning it? The standard telling of the Queen of Sheba's visit often focuses on her admiration for Solomon's wisdom and wealth. Then she simply returns home. But what if I told you her journey initiated a lineage that claims to have carried the Ark of the Covenant? What if her descendants founded one of the oldest continuous Christian empires in the world? What if this encounter was a foundational moment for an entire nation's identity, then written out of your history books? Stay with me, because once you hear this, you will never read it the same way again. In the arid landscapes of the Arabian Peninsula and the highlands of East Africa, the legend of the Queen of Sheba, known as Mecca in Ethiopian tradition, takes on a dramatically different and far more central role. This is where her story isn't just an anecdote in Solomon's reign, but the very genesis of a powerful nation. She represents not just a powerful queen, but the ancestral mother of an empire that linked itself directly to biblical lineage, a crucial piece of early Christian history. The Kingdom of Sheba, or Saba, was an ancient civilization located in modern-day Yemen and Ethiopia, a crossroads of trade and culture. This realm flourished due to its control over the lucrative incense trade routes, particularly frankincense and myrrh, which were highly valued across the ancient world. Their strategic position allowed them to accumulate vast riches, making them a significant power in the ancient world, often overlooked in Eurocentric historical accounts. Her journey to Jerusalem, an arduous expedition spanning hundreds of miles, underscores her determination and the political and economic importance of her kingdom. She didn't simply visit, she embarked on a quest for wisdom and alliance, bringing an enormous entourage including camels laden with spices, gold, and precious stones, a testament to her nation's incredible prosperity and sophisticated trading networks. This wasn't merely a queen, but a head of state with immense resources. The Kebra Nagast, or the Glory of Kings, is Ethiopia's national epic, a 14th century text that intertwines history, legend, and religious doctrine to establish the Solomonic dynasty. This foundational document posits that the Queen of Sheba, Mecca, had a son by King Solomon, named Menelik I, and that he later returned to Jerusalem to bring the Ark of the Covenant to Ethiopia. This powerful narrative shaped the identity of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church for centuries. This tradition asserts that Menelik I became the first emperor of Ethiopia, establishing a direct dynastic link to King Solomon and the Israelite kings. The Solomonic dynasty ruled Ethiopia with few interruptions for nearly 3 millennia, claiming divine legitimacy through this ancestral connection. This claim is not just a footnote. It is the entire foundation of their imperial authority and religious identity, positioning Ethiopia as a divinely chosen nation, the oldest Christian empire, and a guardian of sacred heritage. While Western biblical scholarship often treats the Queen of Sheba's story as a brief interlude in Solomon's life, Ethiopian tradition elevates it to a pivotal moment of national and religious founding. The Kebra Nagast describes Menelik I's clandestine journey back to Ethiopia with the Ark, believed to be housed today in Axum at the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion. Ethiopian tradition holds this as a sacred truth, a testament to God's favor on their nation. The idea of the Ark of the Covenant residing in Ethiopia is a core tenet of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, though never officially confirmed by outside bodies. This belief has fueled profound spiritual devotion and national pride for centuries, cementing their unique claim as guardians of one of the holiest artifacts in Abrahamic religions. The legend says it protects the country and ensures its prosperity. The erasure of this deep African connection from many Western Christian narratives is significant. By downplaying or ignoring the Ethiopian dimension of the Queen of Sheba's story, a rich vein of biblical history and its global impact remains hidden. It perpetuates a Eurocentric view of Christianity, overlooking the profound role African nations played in its early development and the preservation of biblical legacies. This deliberate oversight creates a void, disconnecting believers from the diversity and global reach of biblical events and their lasting consequences. It wasn't just a queen's visit, it was the genesis of a lineage that would shape a continent and claim custodianship of sacred artifacts, enriching Christian history in ways few realize. The Ethiopian Bible, for instance, contains books and interpretations that reflect this unique heritage, offering a broader perspective on familiar stories. The Ethiopian Bible is not just a translation. It is a spiritual legacy, a deep well of ancient faith. The legacy of Mecca, the Queen of Sheba, continues to resonate, not merely as a biblical character, but as a foundational matriarch of a Christian empire. Her story, when restored to its full African context, reveals the intricate tapestry of early Christianity and the global connections that shaped its enduring truths. It is not just about a queen, it is about identity, heritage, and the unbroken chain of faith that connects ancient Africa to the present day. The Queen of Sheba's journey was not just a quest for wisdom, it was a journey that forged a connection between Africa and the ancient Israelite kingdom, a link that would later anchor one of the oldest continuous Christian civilizations. Her story reminds us that the Bible's narrative is far more global and diverse than often presented, with profound roots and enduring legacies in Africa. It wasn't merely a guest, but a foundational figure. It wasn't just a legend, but a national epic. It wasn't a side story, but a central pillar of faith. And the Queen of Sheba's kingdom was more than just a legend, it was a powerful economic and political force. The geographical location of the ancient Sheba kingdom, often identified with regions of modern-day Yemen and Ethiopia, gave it immense strategic importance. Situated at the crossroads of lucrative trade routes connecting Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, it controlled vital pathways for goods and cultural exchange. This unique position allowed it to flourish as a hub for commerce and influence. Controlling access to the Red Sea, Sheba was perfectly positioned to dominate the maritime trade. This strategic advantage allowed its rulers to levy taxes on passing vessels and establish a powerful presence in regional politics. The kingdom's influence stretched far beyond its borders, shaping the economic landscape of the ancient world. Its control over key overland routes further solidified its economic dominance, making it a crucial link in the chain of ancient commerce. This dual control of both sea and land routes highlights the sophisticated understanding of trade and logistics that characterized the Sheban civilization. The geography was truly its greatest asset. The kingdom's wealth was not merely derived from its location, it was also built upon a control of highly sought-after natural resources. One of the most significant sources of Sheba's immense wealth was its dominance in the trade of frankincense and myrrh. These aromatic resins, highly prized in ancient societies for religious ceremonies, medicinal purposes, and perfumery, were integral to the kingdom's prosperity. The demand for these precious commodities spanned across vast empires. The arid regions within and around Sheba were ideal for growing the boswellia and commiphora trees from which these resins are harvested. The control over these unique natural resources allowed the Queen of Sheba to amass extraordinary riches, fueling her kingdom's power and influence. This control was a strategic economic advantage. Caravans laden with these fragrant treasures traveled vast distances, creating a network of trade that enriched Sheba and connected it to distant civilizations. The management of these complex trade routes, including the fabled Incense route, further cemented the kingdom's economic prowess. It was truly the ancient world's aromatic empire. The Queen of Sheba's legendary visit to King Solomon is a cornerstone of many ancient texts. But what do these sources truly tell us? The Kebra Nagast, meaning the glory of kings, is a 14th century Ethiopian national epic that details the legendary encounter between the Queen of Sheba, known as Mega, and King Solomon of Israel. This revered text is central to Ethiopian identity, narrating a story far more elaborate than biblical accounts. It is a cornerstone of Ethiopian tradition and history. According to the Kebra Nagast, the Queen of Sheba visited Solomon to learn from his wisdom, and their union resulted in a son, Menelik I. Ethiopian tradition holds that Menelik I later brought the Ark of the Covenant from Jerusalem to Axum, where it is believed to reside today. This narrative forms the basis of the Solomonic dynasty of Ethiopia. While the Kebra Nagast is deeply significant to Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity and Ethiopian culture, it's important to note that its historical accuracy regarding these specific events is a matter of religious tradition rather than independently verified historical fact. Nevertheless, its influence on Ethiopian self-perception is undeniable. It frames a powerful origin story. Beyond the legends, archaeological discoveries continue to shed light on the physical remnants of Sheba's ancient civilization. One of the most astounding feats of ancient engineering associated with the kingdom of Sheba is the Great Dam of Marib in modern-day Yemen. Dating back to the 8th century BCE, this massive hydrological project was crucial for irrigating vast agricultural lands in an arid region, supporting a large population and significant prosperity. It stands as a testament to sophisticated engineering. The dam's intricate design included a system of sluice gates and canals that channel water from flash floods, transforming the desert into fertile ground. Its construction and maintenance required advanced knowledge of hydraulics and civil engineering, demonstrating the high level of technical skill possessed by the ancient Shebans. This sustained their rich agricultural base. The dam's eventual collapse, recounted in pre-Islamic Arabian folklore, marked a significant turning point in the region's history, leading to widespread migration and economic decline. Its existence, however, provides concrete archaeological evidence of the wealth and organizational capacity of the Sheban kingdom. It's a marvel of ancient infrastructure. The Queen of Sheba's influence extended far beyond her borders, shaping the political and cultural landscape of the ancient Near East. The Queen of Sheba was not just a monarch of a wealthy kingdom, but also a shrewd diplomat, engaging in alliances and trade agreements that secured her kingdom's position. Her legendary journey to Solomon, whether historical or allegorical, highlights the importance of diplomatic relations in the ancient world. This interaction was likely driven by political and economic motives. The exchange of gifts and knowledge, as described in various accounts, underscores the diplomatic nature of such royal visits. These interactions helped forge cultural and economic ties, ensuring the flow of goods and ideas across empires. The queen's ability to negotiate and establish strong relationships was vital for Sheba's longevity and prosperity. The strategic location of Sheba meant its rulers had to constantly navigate complex political landscapes, balancing relationships with powerful neighbors. The queen's reputation for wisdom and wealth likely played a significant role in her diplomatic successes, allowing her to protect and expand her kingdom's interests. She was a master of ancient statecraft. Our journey through the Queen of Sheba's legacy continues, unveiling the intricate tapestry of her reign and its lasting impact. The Jez script, an ancient Semitic script, emerged in the Horn of Africa, particularly in what is now Ethiopia and Eritrea. Its origins trace back to the 5th or 4th century BCE, evolving from the South Arabian script. Jez holds profound significance as the liturgical language of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church and the Eritrean Orthodox Tewahedo Church. This script is not merely a writing system, it embodies centuries of intellectual and religious tradition. It was used to record numerous ancient texts, including the Kebra Nagast, preserving vital historical narratives and theological works. The enduring presence of Jez demonstrates the deep cultural roots of the region. Its unique syllabary, where each character represents a consonant-vowel combination, distinguishes it from many other Semitic scripts. Scholars continue to study Jez for insights into ancient linguistics and the development of writing systems in Africa. The script remains a living testament to a rich literary past. The legacy of Jez extends beyond religious texts, influencing later Ethiopian languages like Amharic and Tigrinya. Its continued use in sacred ceremonies underscores its unbroken lineage from antiquity to the present day. This ancient script offers a direct link to the intellectual achievements of the Queen of Sheba's era. Next, we explore the vibrant artistry that flourished during her presumed epoch, reflecting the cultural exchange of the time. Archaeological discoveries in areas traditionally associated with the Queen of Sheba, such as present-day Ethiopia and Yemen, reveal a rich artistic heritage. Artifacts like intricately carved stelae, pottery, and metalwork showcase sophisticated craftsmanship. These items often depict animals, human figures, and geometric patterns, reflecting local beliefs and aesthetics. The art from this period often displays influences from diverse cultures, including Egyptian, Assyrian, and South Arabian styles. This cultural fusion is evidence of extensive trade networks and diplomatic interactions. Jewelry, tools, and decorative objects found provide tangible links to the daily lives and artistic expressions of ancient societies. Excavations at sites like Ya in Ethiopia have unearthed monumental architecture and artifacts dating to the pre-Aksumite period, consistent with the timing of the Queen of Sheba. The Great Temple of Ya, for example, demonstrates advanced stone masonry techniques. These findings help us visualize the grandeur of the ancient Sabaean kingdom. The stylistic elements found in these ancient artworks often carry symbolic meanings, communicating narratives or religious beliefs. Studying these artifacts provides crucial insights into the social structures, spiritual practices, and technological capabilities of these early civilizations. They serve as silent witnesses to a powerful and influential era. Our investigation now turns to the crucial role of ancient trade routes that connected her powerful realm to the wider world. The Incense route was a network of ancient land and sea trade routes linking the Arabian Peninsula, Northeast Africa, and the Mediterranean world. It was primarily used for the transport of frankincense and myrrh, highly prized aromatic resins from southern Arabia and the Horn of Africa. These commodities were essential for religious ceremonies, medicine, and perfumes. The prosperity of kingdoms like Sheba was intrinsically tied to their control over segments of this route. The immense wealth generated from this trade fueled economic development and supported grand architectural projects. Cities along the route, such as Marib, flourished as important trading hubs and centers of power. Beyond aromatics, the incense route also facilitated the exchange of other valuable goods, including spices, gold, ivory, pearls, and exotic animals. This extensive network fostered significant cultural exchange, leading to the spread of ideas, technologies, and artistic styles across vast distances. The route was a conduit for both commerce and civilization. The route's decline coincided with changes in political power and the rise of new maritime trade paths across the Red Sea. However, its legacy as a pivotal economic lifeline for millennia remains. The incense route provides a clear understanding of the geopolitical and economic landscape in which the Queen of Sheba's kingdom thrived. We now delve into the remarkable architectural feats of her domain, reflecting advanced engineering and societal organization. The Sabaean kingdom, commonly associated with the Queen of Sheba, was renowned for its impressive architectural achievements. Beyond the Marib Dam, other significant structures include fortified cities, temples, and palaces built with sophisticated stone masonry. These constructions required advanced planning, engineering knowledge, and organized labor. The Temple of Alwam, also known as the Almaka Temple near Marib, dedicated to the moon god Almaka, is a prime example. Its monumental colonnaded hall and intricate carvings demonstrate high levels of artistic and technical skill. The scale of such projects indicates a powerful central authority and a prosperous economy. Sabaean architecture often featured distinctive elements like stepped facades, robust defensive walls, and elaborate irrigation systems extending beyond the Marib Dam. These structures were not only functional but also served as symbols of royal power and religious devotion. They transformed barren landscapes into fertile and defensible territories. The precision in stone cutting and the innovative use of materials highlight a deep understanding of construction principles. Many ruins still stand today, bearing witness to the ingenuity and enduring legacy of the Sabaean people. Their architectural marvels offer tangible evidence of a highly developed civilization. Finally, we consider the crucial role of water management, which sustained agriculture and allowed for urban prosperity. Beyond the Marib Dam, the Sabaean kingdom employed a comprehensive system of water management to support its extensive agriculture. This included networks of canals, diversion weirs, and reservoirs designed to capture and distribute rainwater efficiently. Such infrastructure was vital for cultivating crops in an arid environment. The sophisticated irrigation techniques allowed for the cultivation of a variety of crops, including grains, dates, and possibly some of the aromatic plants like frankincense. This agricultural productivity was the bedrock of the Sabaean economy, feeding its population and enabling trade. Food security was paramount for societal stability. The maintenance and expansion of these water systems required significant communal effort and centralized administration. This speaks to the advanced social organization and engineering prowess of the Sabaeans. Their ability to harness water transformed their landscape and fostered a thriving civilization for centuries. The longevity of the Marib Dam itself, which functioned for over a millennium, is a testament to their engineering excellence and sustainable practices. The collapse of these systems ultimately led to the decline of the kingdom, underscoring the critical importance of water management to ancient societies. It was the lifeblood of their prosperity. Comment truth if they never taught you this in Sunday school.